it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be.
Okay, where are you going? Bro, we're right here. What the heck? What's going on, everybody? So, this is another story time, and it's about, don't mind my hair by the way, but it's about how I got my Richard's mark on my forehead. Yes, like I said, a Richard's mark. It's a scar that we all get. Dad got it, brothers got it, sister got it, aunties got it, uncles got it. I'm talking about everybody got it. Alright, so July 16th, I want to say 11:25 to 11:30, more like 11:25. So we were driving to go pick up this dude because I guess his mom called or he called. Mind you, the quarantine spot is right over there. That's where everybody comes. But we were driving to go get him, right? My dad had to go take a citizen's test. So he wasn't like a citizen anymore. And my dad was gonna vote, stuff like that. He wants to vote and stuff like that. So this was what, 2016? Yeah. So after that, so we're at that stop, like, okay, swap shop, then it's this turn. I had to make a left turn to get in my neighborhood, right? And I can recall my dad, like, there was a van in front of us, and he had a whole bunch of times to go, right? So then my dad was studying. He always studies, right? And my dad didn't want to study too late, because I think it was like, what, 10 days until he had to go take that test? So, like, so the van went up, and my dad was going after, right? And this guy in like a new car, we're gonna call him Alex. So like, my dad's going, and we're turning, and this car is speeding, and he hits us, and our car got fused together by that hit. Everybody's alright. My dad got pulled by the seatbelt. My dad, black and white, so like, you've seen that red. And we're gonna call that boy that was with us, we're gonna call him Steve. I don't even remember the other name. Alex or Steve, whatever. Alex and Steve, shoot. So Steve got a concussion, and my forehead ripped. I'm not gonna put the picture because that's like too explicit or whatever. But like, Steve got a concussion, and like, this lady got out and she gave me a towel because my face, like, it was leaking. So like, she gave me a towel to like cover my face. And I remember like the ambulance and everything was pulling up, and I got scared. And I remember I was sitting in the back, and at first I was okay. I had a iPhone 5S and it was cracked. And I remember feeling something on my face, but I'm thinking I'm just feeling like this because like we just got into our first car accident. But it was actually just my blood running on my face. I turned on my phone and I seen red dripping, and I'm like, what? So then after that, I fake cried because I made a sound. I was like, my dad's like, what are you crying for? You're alright. So I was like, and I made the loudest noise that he can hear me do. And I turned on the flashlight. For anybody who has a Jamaican parent, you know they sometimes exaggerate and make things seem as worse as they already are. So, after that, like, I can remember he was scared. And I remember, like, Steve had to go and put me inside the ambulance because I wasn't going to go by myself. I didn't want to get out the car. Like, his door couldn't open. My dad had to open the door on his side because he couldn't get out because he never got hit on his side. Back door opened up, and I can remember Steve put me in there, and they strapped me in because I was laying on the thing. And then my dad and Alex was sitting on the little thing on the side of the ambulance. And my dad's freaking out. I'm just chill at this point because there's nothing I can do. I just know my forehead is ripped open. And I remember, like, we get to the hospital, and I asked the guy, I was like, am I getting stitches? He was like, yep, most likely, because it was, like, to my skull. So then I was like, the stitches hurt? And this guy goes, yep. And you're not supposed to tell a kid that. You're not supposed to tell somebody that. But he did. And I freaked out. And then when they were gonna do it, I freaked out even more because, like, I'm terrified of needles. Terrified. So then the lady, she was like, I believe we can glue it. And I was like, so then they brought this stuff and flushed my face down. It was cold. They flushed my face down. And then they had this liquid glue that they just poured. They put stuff over my eyes and they poured it. And then they pinched it together and just put tape on my forehead. When I tell you that felt weird and it smelled weird, I was like, okay, so after that, no, before I even had that done, I kept running to the bathroom like every 10 seconds, literally. It wasn't even funny anymore. Like, I would get up, go to the bathroom, come back, sit down. As soon as I sat down, back to the bathroom. It was ridiculous. But, like, so after that, I remember, like, after they did that, they tried to cut my bra off. For one, I did not have as much sports bra as I did now. And I was wearing one of my favorite purple ones. And I told them, you better take this off of me, you ain't cutting. So then they slid it off, and I was naked in front of almost everybody. And they gave me a little gown to put on. And then after that, like, after that, what else? Oh, they put me on they took a CT scan. And, like, when I came out, the guy that hit us, Alex, we're gonna call him Alex, like, he was smiling at me, like, I don't know why. He just smiled at me, and he was like, you alright? And I was like, and after that, like, I want to say 10 minutes after, my brother comes, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, after that, like, they rushed to me, and they're like, stop moving your head. And I'm like, what? Then one of the nurses asked me, is your head okay? Is your neck okay? I was like, yeah. So basically what happened is I have a missing bone somewhere, like, here. So they thought my neck was broken. Clearly, if a patient is moving their head left to right, up and down, my neck doesn't hurt. It wasn't going to hurt. That would have been actually an instant pain from then on. But they put a neck brace on me. They wouldn't let me take it off. I hated it. I actually have the third brace that they gave me, which will pop up again in their story. But, like, after they did all that, they put a pamper on me because, like, they couldn't have me keep running constantly back and forth to the bathroom. And they took me to another hospital. So my dad's in one hospital, I'm in another. Of course I'm going to be scared. So they strapped me down, and they rolled me out, and my brother's wife had to stay with me because I didn't want to ride by myself. My brother's going to the next hospital, and she's with me. And I heard I couldn't eat, but that night I did not eat anything before I went to go pick him up. Mind you, it's 11 something. And, like, basically I was starving. And I couldn't eat for a couple hours because they were going to do, like, more scans on me and stuff like that. So then they do all that, and they put this thing on my arm that was really tight. It was annoying. If I took it off, it was going to beep. Very, very annoying, I'm telling you. Very annoying. So, after that, like, the doctor came, who was like, oh, take that crap off your neck. I was like, thank you. And I never really slept because, like, traumatic experience going on. and I was scared, and stayed in there for like 2 days. And they said, "Do you want to go home?" I said yes. Because for one, I did not like hospital food. For two, it was like depressing in there. And I was tired of having an IV in my hand. I cried when they put it in, and I cried when they took it out. I hated having to bring something with me to the bathroom to go use the bathroom. But, yeah. And then we went to go pick up my dad, which I called my dad on the hospital phone. I was like, "Are you alright?" They gave my dad too much morphine in there, but he wasn't messed up though. And we went home. I want to say, like, after we woke up from like a nap, our bodies hurt. I had to tell him, "Dad, use your foot to push me up so I can get us something to eat," because we both starving, hungry. So after that, like, I made us something to eat, and his breathing was like, it was hard for him to breathe, because like when the seatbelt pulled, it like, I think it closed his body together some type of way. Cause like, if you looked, it was like a legit like red mark going across his body. That looked painful. And I still have my neck brace, which is lit. And so much flies. Oh, but anyway, off topic. So I got to take home my neck brace, my blanket. I didn't have my phone charger, so I wasn't able to go on my phone. But I took 2 pictures. One before, like when it was open, and one after, when they put the tape on my head. And honestly, I like now, when I'm driving with people, I make sure like I'll be on my phone, but then I'm also like alert about what's going on around me. And you can even ask my dad, like, I'll be like, "Dad, slow down, don't turn, don't go, so-and-so," and then I'll tell him, "Go, you can go, there's no cars coming, blah, blah, blah." Sometimes I get scared, but, like, I know how to brace myself for anything that's gonna happen now. So I'm not, like, too scared to be like, oh, because, like, honestly, when I knew we were gonna get hit at that point, I sat back instead of, I should have sat forward and, like, covered my head or something. Like if a plane was crashing. But after that day, I actually learned a lot, and I've learned to be like more cautious and more alert about what's going on around me, what other cars are driving, like, because if you see a car driving crazy, you're not going to want to drive near that car, because they can swerve, and then they swerve into you. Exactly, you're not going to drive near that car. So, yeah. But other than that, that's the story time of the day for right now. And more videos coming up. Please subscribe, please like, and I hope you enjoyed this story time, because this was one of the most serious story times I ever had in my head. And I actually got the idea to do the story time from this beautiful woman I called Grandma. She's not my actual grandma, like my dad or mom's mom, if that makes sense. But yeah, and I have another story. I have 2 more story times in mind, and then I have some other stuff that I would like to do. But if you have anything you want to see, like any story time, any pranks, challenges, reactions, just send them to me. We'll do it. That's what we're about. We're actually gonna take y'all opinion and we're gonna try to do it the best way we can. But thanks for watching.